Hola familia. I don't know why I feel like I want to talk to you today about phone service here in Panama and banking. Those are two very important areas as you consider. When you come on your scouting trips, if you come for a visit, you can keep your phone, you know that. And those of you that have worldwide coverage, something called Google Voice that I don't know anything about, but you want to ensure you have international coverage. But people talk about roaming charges. So when I travel internationally right now, what I always do is once I get to the airport, I buy a SIM card because I want to have Wi-Fi access. And it's a safety issue if you're an older woman or anybody, right? You don't want to leave the airport and then have no way of contacting someone. So I always suggest that when you get off the airplane, I think as you're heading towards baggage claim, or if it's after, I think it's before baggage claim, that you buy a SIM card. And the kiosks are going to be right there on the right hand side. They don't want to miss you. So you buy a SIM card for however many days you're going to be there to visit, right? When you're on a scouting trip. But if you don't have international coverage, but if you are here to stay, you're going to need to get a local number anyway, right? It's going to be one of the first things you do out of the Airbnb. So get a SIM card for 7 days. I don't know, it might be $10, $15 because I remember if I got one for 30 days, it was like 20 some dollars. So it is money well spent. Get a SIM card. With the SIM card comes a local number, right? And then you have access when you're out in the street, doing your touring or seeing apartments. Within that 7 days, you want to go to a local cell phone retailer and either get a new phone with a new SIM card, or if you have a regular like iPhone like I do, there is a little spot on the side that the technician at the cell phone place or even at the airport, they have a little thing, they push it in and it pops out, the little tray, and then you usually have room for 2 SIM cards. So your regular US number, you would already have a SIM card in there, and then they put their SIM card in there. So now you're going to have Wi-Fi, and you have a local Panama number that starts with 507. That is the country code. Now, this is something that is really nice because I remember when I traveled to England in the 1990s, I had to get the small flip international phone that some company was managing so I could have access. Again, I did not want to be without, okay? So before the 7 days, are over, you want to go inside any mall here in Panama. We have like 7 or 8 different malls. And the 2 companies you want to look for are Tigo, T-I-G-O, or T-Mobile. Instead of mobile with a B, it's with a V. And they're the ones you say you want a phone. So if you want to buy another phone, you can. A lot of us have bought a cheap phone, but we don't have to. I didn't know I could just put the SIM card inside my regular nice Android or iPhone. All right. So in that phone, if you did that, you're going to have 2 numbers. You're still going to have access to your number, in the States, and then you're going to have your Panama number, which you need when you're going to do any kind of business transactions here. If you want to order online for delivery, if you want to get your electric turned on, they're going to ask you for the local number. And even to come and set your internet and cable, they want you to give them a local number because that's what they're going to call when they tell you they're en route to come with your delivery, or the technicians on the way to come and set you up with your not Wi-Fi, your cable and internet, okay? But the first thing you need to do from the States is download WhatsApp. It's just an app. You just go to, what is it again, on your phone, and then you just, even if you Google it, you say WhatsApp app, it's going to come with a link. You download. It's free. I don't even know why this is still free, that you can call anywhere in the world. You can do video calls. and it's free. I'm sure there's something behind that. I don't know. I don't want to speculate, right? But you need that because wherever you are, even in the boonies of Africa, I was in the village, I could still use WhatsApp, but you still need Wi-Fi access. And in Africa, we had to prepay. You had to go in there and say, I want to buy it for $10 or whatever, and it tells you how many minutes you have. And once the minutes are done, you're out. You remember that this company, not T-Mobile, but there was another company that used to do that. You know, you buy, you prepay, and once you use them up and that was it, then you were out. So you need a Panama number, and you need, and then this is the other thing, your US number, please, 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 please do not give it up. You're going to need that number, not just to talk to your family and friends, even though you should have them also download WhatsApp so you can communicate. It's a two-way street. If you have WhatsApp, they don't have WhatsApp, you can't talk to each other. So you're going to invite them to download WhatsApp, and then you can chat forever. Don't give up your US number. Let me tell you what I did. I had my US number, you know, like most of us, 20, 30, 40 years. And I was going to go to the Peace Corps for 2 years. And I said, I'm not going to, for 2 years, be paying my monthly. It was like $60. It wasn't a big amount. But I was like, it's a waste of time. Just like people stop their Medicare Part B because they're out of the country. This is another conversation. So I turned in my number, and it was just like that. In about a minute, I gave up that number because, you know, I was going to get a new phone and your number, blah, blah, blah. Then I came back early, and I did not have my US number. So if you do any transaction online in the US, especially your banking, for them to send you that two-step verification, you need the US number. They will not accept your Panama number. When I came back, my God, I thought I was going to lose my mind trying to get a US number. So when I flew back home, I went to T-Mobile, signed up for another number, and guess what? When I came back here, I could not get the two-step verification. It kept saying error, error, error. And you know, with the bank, you start trying too many times and it locks you out. So, you know, every time I'm calling the 800 number, it's like a 30, 40-minute wait for somebody to come and say, oh, there's nothing we can do, because the system kind of flags you that, you know, it's like, it's fraud. And since, you know, my episode with being, you know, being robbed or pickpocketed, now I have enhanced security. So I think the last person I spoke to after trying for a week said, you know what, the more you try to do it, the system is going to keep tightening. They said, just leave it alone for like a week and then try again. And that's what I did. But when I was able to get back in to the system, oh, and also T-Mobile said, oh, we don't have a tower here in Panama. That's why the system cannot talk to your system. You know, because, you know, internet, I mean, it's Wi-Fi. It's like in the atmosphere somewhere, right? So I could not. That number, that new number that I got, I could not use. So I was like praying to say, can I get my code a different way, you know, via email? And I think by a miracle, after about 2 or 3 weeks of trying, I was able to get my two-step verification via email. I don't think a lot of banks are doing that, but if they stop doing that, I'm going to be in big trouble. So, as I said, because your US number is tied to your US address, your US bank, just do not, listen to me, do not give it up, okay? So, keep your number, download WhatsApp, get your SIM card, and then you are okay. And once you get your plan, when you go to that Tigo or T-Mobile and you sign up with the plan and it tells you like $25, $30 a month, then you're good. You got unlimited messages, unlimited Wi-Fi. It's pretty seamless. It's great. But the banking, I think it's another video because I cannot talk too long on this, this phone that I'm using, but it's a whole process. Let's just keep it today to just the phone situation, okay? So make sure, a lot of us, like I said, have two phones, but we don't need to. In fact, I'm just thinking, taking the SIM card from that phone and put it in my iPhone, but my iPhone doesn't have a lot of memory because I've had it for quite a while now, and this one is newer. So, you know, it's always a game. Listen, being abroad sounds exotic, but the logistics can really get to you. It can really get to you. So you just need to roll with the punches and ask people, how do you do this? How do you do that? And a lot of us are here, so we've figured it out. But it's just certain things you have to learn, the tools of the trade, how to do things. You need a Panama number, you need WhatsApp. That's all you need to do. You need to know for this video. All right, guys? So I hope you enjoyed this little tip. Hang on to your US number. Do not give it up. All right? Au revoir. Have a good day. À la prochaine. Bye.